Saudi scholar and journalist Ali Al-Ahmed joining me now. What's the most we can expect from a gathering like this, do you think?
Well, I think this is a different summit because it comes with an American support. So I think there will be some thing coming out of it, meaning that there will be some legitimacy given to the Saudi position in the region. Saudi Arabia is trying to get that political capital to spend it somewhere, and that could be attacking Yemen even further or clashing with the Iranians. This is not just for show. There is something behind it. I don't know what it is, but they're trying to do something.
Well, it's interesting you bring that up because the UN Security Advisor, or U.S. National Security Advisor, John Bolton, saying that Iran definitely attacked these tankers, the UAE. He's going to present that to the UN Security Council. It's interesting, though, to watch the administration because it seems they ratchet up the pressure. Then it seems as though Trump's in Japan and says, well, we don't want a war with Iran. So it seems to go fits and starts. But I mean, what do you make of this latest allegation from Bolton, plus Saudi Arabia obviously ratcheting up some of the pressure on Iran?
Well, this could be. I don't think this is like what happened before the war or the overthrow of Saddam Hussein, where the Arab Summit endorsed the American war. This is a little bit different. I think this is much part of what the American want to maximum pressure strategy, and that's very clear. The fact that the Qatari sent their prime minister to Mecca to attend. It was asked by the Americans, and they didn't want to anger their American ally, and that was clearly shown when the Qatari PM refused to shake the hand of the Saudi king on camera. It was embarrassing for the Saudi king. So I think it's part of basically pressuring Iran further. It's not a way to open the gate for war. It's not the same that happened in 1991.
But Doha, in a sense, has had to rely on Iran because they've been blockaded by these countries in the region. And I guess the U.S. kind of feels as though Doha can act as a mediator. Can they?
I think Doha would love to play that role. It will give it, they're playing that role with the Taliban, so they would love to play that role. But Oman has been the trusted, the tried and true mediator. Japan can play a role. The prime minister there is going to go to Tehran in a few weeks and meet with the top leadership there. So I think this is a strategy of pressure and negotiation at the same time. It's like that famous saying, carry a big stick and speak softly. I think the Americans are doing the same. I believe the Trump way of negotiating, making a deal is going to be better than this sort of unstable idea of Bolton that go and bomb people.
Can they come out of this with a unified message, do you think? Can you get consensus with all of these countries?
I don't think so. It has never happened, and they will force something through, but it's very clearly from the speeches. The Iraqi president spoke that we don't want to have problems with Iran. He didn't mention the name, but he said with our Muslim neighbors. And the Qatari refused to shake the hand of the Saudi king, although it's been pushed by the Kuwaiti emir. So you're not looking at a unified Arab or Muslim countries. Many of them didn't even show up, sent their low-level emissaries. So no, I think this is going to be a win for Saudi Arabia, but not as big as they wanted, and it's not going to help the Americans in the push.
And this struggle for influence in the region between Iran and Saudi Arabia will continue long after this.
Of course, I mean it has been the case for 50 years, and I think the Iranians are gaining so far because of the Saudi missteps in Yemen and other parts. They lost to Iran in Syria and Iraq, and now and then of course they angered Turkey. And they will lose in Yemen, which it's going to be a huge problem for them.
Well, Ali, thank you so much for coming in, providing analysis. Appreciate it.
Thank you.